Gẹ́rẹ́gẹ́ ni aago méje alẹ́ lù.
Sorry, I never told you all I wanted to say, and now it's too late to hold you, 'cause you've flown away, so far away.
Never had I imagined living without your smile, feeling, knowing you hear me, it keeps me alive, alive, and I know you're shining down on me from heaven, like so many friends we've lost along the way, and I know eventually we'll be together once we die.
Ooh, sorry, I never showed you.
Yeah,
Assumed you'd always be there,
always be there.
and I take your presence for granted, but I always cared, and I miss the love we shared,
And I know you're shining down on me from heaven, like so many friends we've lost along the way, and I know eventually we'll be together once we die. Patient.
Sorry, I never told you all I wanted to say.
Good evening, Ibadan. How are you doing? It's another amazing Friday, and today happens to be the first Friday of the month of July 2026. I mean, we just started the second half of the year, and it's already beautiful for us here at the Blue Stadium, Wells Radio, 89.3 FM. Ibadan, wherever you're listening to us right now, whether you're in your car, you're still in the office, you're at home, or perhaps you're just sitting under the tree, one fruit tree, gisting with people. Thank you for joining us today, because today we are premiering a new show, right? This is an amazing new show, and it is Your Radio Therapist. Trust me, it's going to be happening every Friday by 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on your wholesome radio, your preferred wholesome radio, Wells Radio 89.3 FM. My name is Alright Egbe. I'm a counseling psychologist, and interestingly, I'm also a lawyer. And with me as a co-host is my amazing wife, Vivian. All right.
Yeah, good evening, the city of Ibadan. My name is Vivian Allright. I'm a marriage enrichment counselor and an early years educator. It's so beautiful to be in the studio this evening with my husband, and we are super excited to launch this safe space with this program tonight. And for those of us who are driving home, some of us are sitting down relaxed in our sitting room. Just sit back, relax, and have a beautiful evening with us.
Thank you so much. I am very sure that you are going to enjoy it, because what we are going to be doing on your radio therapies every Friday, 7 p.m. here on West Radio, 89.3 FM, will be to see how we can address issues that affect our mental health, that affect our interpersonal relationship with people, with our community, and just see how we can be your counselors. Now, in case you do not know, the things that we share here is not professional advice, right? But there are things that if you put to use, you'll be able to get one or two results. And I'll say this up front, that if you need any help, you may want to reach out to us, or you find a counselor, you find a therapist that is near you. Stay close to your phone, because as the show goes on today, your radio therapist will give you the opportunity to call in, to ask your questions, to contribute, so that we'll make it like a counseling session. So this is going to be like a counseling session in your car, in your office, in your house, or wherever you may be. So thank you so much for joining us. I would like to introduce our topic for today to you. And our topic for today is, should I tell you? Maybe. Or let me leave it to Vivian. What do you want to do? Do you want to tell them what our topic is for today?
Well, so our topic for this evening is going to be about the difference between depression, stress, and tiredness.
So we're going to be talking about depression, we're going to be talking about stress, we're going to be talking about tiredness, how you can know the difference between these three things and to know which of them that you may be going through. Many times we hear people say, oh, I am depressed, or we hear people say, oh, I am tired, or we hear people say, oh, I'm stressed. And sometimes maybe you're stressed and you're calling it tiredness, or sometimes maybe you're tired and you're calling it stress. Or perhaps maybe you are stressed and you're calling it depression, or you're tired right now, you are calling it depression. Today we'll be helping you understand the difference between depression, between tiredness and stress, and also give you clues on how you may fix it. So after this break, we'll be back and we'll go live into the conversation. Once again, do not change that dial. It is your radio therapist reaching you from West Radio, 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
You hear me, it keeps me alive, alive. And I know you're shining down on me from heaven, like so many friends we've lost along the way. And I know eventually we'll be together once we die.
Oh, sorry, I never showed you.
Yeah,
Assumed you'd always be there.
always be there.
And I take your presence for granted, but I always cared, and I miss the love we shared.
And I know you're shining down on me from heaven, like so many friends we've lost along the way. And I know eventually we'll be together once we die. Patiently to see you in heaven.
Although the sun will never shine the same, I always sorry I never told you.
Thank you so much for staying with us. It is still your radio therapist reaching you from West Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. And our station, the Blue Studio, is located at Oluyole, Ibadan. It is I, Alright Egbe, your favorite counseling psychologist and also family lawyer. And with me in the studio is my amazing wife, Vivian Alright. Together, we are doing your radiotherapist, and it's going to be happening from now on at 7 p.m. every Friday. Today we are talking about depression, we are talking about stress, and we're talking about tiredness. And we say we want you to be able to know the difference between depression, stress, and tiredness, and know how to address these things. So I'll be starting with the big one, the big masquerade in the room, which is depression, right? And people always say, oh, I'm depressed. I feel like I'm depressed. You're making me depressed. And many times we're asking ourselves as counselors and as therapists, do you actually know what depression is? Are you sure what you're facing right now is truly depression? In case you did not know, let me just give you a simple definition of it. So depression is actually a clinical issue, right? It's actually a health condition. We call it a mental health condition, and it means that over a period of time, for a persistent period of time, you get to experience things like low mood, you get to have loss of interest, you are not interested in pleasurable activities, sometimes you don't like eating, and before we can say you are depressed, it means that you must have been having this down feeling, this low motivation, this low mood for at least 2 weeks. So if it's not up to about 2 weeks, and if it is not significantly affecting your day, significantly affecting how you relate with others, how you do your work, how you enjoy your sleep, how you enjoy your life, if it significantly affects all of these, then it is depression, right? So it is depression. So once again, depression is clinical, right? It's a clinical condition. It's a mental health condition. And it is that you're feeling low, you're being moody, you are not motivated, you are disinterested in pleasurable activities. And this feeling has lasted for about 2 weeks, so minimum of 2 weeks. It is, if this feeling has lasted for about 2 weeks, we now say, okay, we are guessing that this is depression. And then you will see some very common symptoms, some very common signs for you to know and understand that perhaps I'm experiencing depression. You want to see persistent sadness, you want to see emptiness or hopelessness. In situations like that, you become disinterested, you have lost interest in your hobbies or in activities that you used to enjoy. Not just that, maybe your sleep pattern or your eating pattern changes. You're sleeping too much, you're eating too much, or you're not sleeping enough. Or maybe on the other side, you are also not eating enough, right? There's that change of appetite. You are losing weight. Sometimes some people, they start over-exercising, right? Because now, you may also experience fatigue, low energy. You may suffer from ability to concentrate, right? To concentrate, ability to make decisions. You are no longer making quick decisions as you used to do. There's this feeling of unworthiness. There's this excessive guilt. You are slowed. You are restless. Now, and maybe there's the recurring thought of death, or maybe the recurring thought of suicide thereabout. Now, once you're feeling this mood and you're having this mood, and it is persistent for a period of time, we begin to guess if all these things are present or some of these things are present. We cannot start guessing like, could this be depression? Mind you, it must have lasted for at least 2 weeks. So if it happens in one day and the next day you're feeling good, you are not depressed. If you are moody today, you are not motivated today, but the next day you are feeling excited, then you are not depressed. That low mood has to last for at least 2 weeks before your therapist will start thinking that, okay, maybe this is depression. Yes, over to you, Vivian.
Okay, so I'll be talking about stress. And as we all know, most times, like Mr. Alright mentioned earlier, a lot of times people tend to push the stress to target to be depression. So stress is that time where your body is giving you signals It's giving you physical, emotional signals that you need to rest because the body must have been, or the body is actually going through stress. So as we all know currently, the way the country is right now, a lot of people are going through financial difficulties. That could be also a trigger for stress. And then relationship conflicts. We all know how when you love somebody and then you people are having issues trying to be on the same page or having challenges or misunderstanding, it also causes emotional stress, and that can make you feel overwhelmed. Then there's also that part where you have a lot of office workload and you're having a lot of deadlines which you're not meeting due to. It may also be financial stress. The finance is not letting you concentrate on the office workload. Probably you have rent, your rent is due, you have bills to pay, and you're having that lack of ability to concentrate with your work. And then your work is being piled up. And then there's also the academic pressure where you're a student, you're working, and you're also going to school. Or for some married people who are in school and are also paying, you see, this finance is still revolving around all of these things where you're paying your fees for your children and then you're also in school. There's a lot of that academic pressure. You have to perform well, you need good grades and all of those things. So there's that pressure, or you have to keep up with good grades at home for your parents or for whoever is sponsoring you in school. And that could also be a means of pressure for someone. And then there's also health concerns. These days, people are going through a lot. It may be emotional. It may be someone going through critical illness where there's no finance to help go through with your medicals regarding these sicknesses. A lot of these things get to affect you, and it causes a lot of stress. Imagine thinking of, where do I get this money from? How do we raise these funds for this person's medical bill? And then major life issues where there's a lot going on. You're sponsoring people, or you're being looked up to help finance things at home, or everyone is coming to you for advice. It can be overwhelming, and that can be stressful too. So that's part of the things that stress people. And then some of the common symptoms include feeling overwhelmed. Like I said, imagine where you have a lot of responsibility and then you have people that look up to you. You feel overwhelmed. Sure. Then there's that part where you feel irritable. Every little thing is irritating you. If someone is even trying to ask you a question, you're just snapping at them and they're wondering, what did I just even say? Probably you have a lot going on in your mind and it's giving you a lot of mental stress. Then there's that part that causes headache. That's another sign of stress. When you're having headache consistently, it may be mild, maybe on and off, especially when your mind is actively thinking. And then there's also that rapid heartbeat where you're feeling your heart beats without control. All of those things are part of signs that you're going through stress. Then there's that difficulty to relax. I remember then I used to have issues with relaxing after work. When it's time for me to sleep, I have difficulty sleeping because my body is so stressed that I am so tired to sleep. And then so when you're having difficulty relaxing, trouble with sleeping, all of these things are signs that you are stressed. So you need to take a break to rest. You consciously put in the effort to give yourself some slack and give yourself some break. And stress also helps you, gives you lack of concentration. You're unable to concentrate with whatever it is you're doing. You're not putting in your best. You're just distracted because there's a lot going on with you. So these are some of the things that causes stress in people. So I want us to pay attention to how these things are happening around us. Pay attention to how you're reacting to people. Pay attention to how you're overthinking. I know we cannot skip that out because, of course, there's a lot going on. So everybody's mind is actively working. So I guess so. Over to you, Mr. Alright.
Well, I'll talk on tiredness because while we were looking at depression a while ago and we were looking, you were talking about stress, I was like, okay, if this is all of depression and this is stress, what will tiredness now look like? In case you're just joining us, we said that this topic is depression, stress, and tiredness, understanding the difference between them and being able to also spot them and to know which of them you may be dealing with. Guess what? We've talked about depression and we mentioned that depression is actually a clinical issue. It's a mental health condition in which you're feeling moody, you're feeling not motivated, you're feeling stressed, and this is persistent. It is continuous for at least 2 weeks. So if you are not feeling this lack of motivation, if you are not being moody, if you're not feeling low for at least 2 weeks, then it is not, we cannot say that that is, what will I call it now? We cannot say that is depression. Now, Vivian has gone ahead to tell us about stress, and we understand that stress is how your body naturally responds. Your body naturally and emotionally responds to demands, to challenges, and also to threats. The next thing we'll be talking about will be tiredness. So we want to see what's not tiredness. If this is depression and the other is stress, what then is tiredness? Don't change the dial, don't leave Facebook, and do not leave wherever you may be. Remember that you can always join West Radio. You can listen to West Radio on Radio Garden. So if you go on Radio Garden and you just enter West Radio 89.3 FM, you'll be able to listen to us. If you go on Facebook and you go to West Radio 89.3 FM fan page, you will also be able to watch us live and see what is happening in the Blue Stadium. But if you're listening to us right now on radio, do not change the dial, because we will be back. And trust us, we will also open the studio lines so that you will be able to join us. Okay, we'll be back.
Your preferred
Lord, you know the nights I can't stand, the tears I can't hold back. Hold me when I'm weak. Oh. I've been carrying burdens too heavy to bear, walking through storms that made me despair. Every fight I faced, every wall I hit, I needed your arms, I needed your spirit.
When the world turned its back on me and no one seemed to see, you whispered strength into my soul and held me, Lord, so I could be whole.
I can't do this on my own,
I need you more than ever.
when I'm broken, when I fall,
Be my forever shelter. Hold me when I'm weak, Lord.
carry me when I can't stand.
Lift me from the valley
Lead me,
by your hand.
don't let me stumble,
Don't let me
fade away.
hold me when I'm weak, Lord.
Every single day,
I've cried oceans no one could see, fought battles hidden inside of me, but you stay close, never letting go. Through the pain you taught my heart to grow, and fear whispered lies in the dead of night.
you were the voice that made it right. When my faith faltered and hope grew thin, you lifted me up and called me your kin.
I'm nothing without you, Lord.
You're the reason I survive.
When I can't find my way,
You keep my spirit alive.
hold me when I'm weak, Lord. Carry me,
When I can't stand,
lift me from the valley
lead me.
by your hand.
Don't let me stumble,
Don't let me
fade away.
hold me when I'm weak, Lord.
Every single day,
You are my strength when I have none.
my song when the night feels long.
Every tear I shed, you catch with love.
Every fear I face,
You lift above.
hold me, Lord,
When I fall apart,
mend the broken pieces of my heart.
through the trials, the pain, the fight,
You are my refuge.
my guiding light.
I can feel your arms around me
I can hear your whispers calling me.
when I'm weak.
so much for staying with us all. That's why it is your radiotherapist reaching you from West Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio here in Oluyole in the ancient and modern city of Ibadan. I actually call Ibadan ancient and modern city because there are some parts of the city you go to and it is ancient. And there are some parts of the city you go to and it is modern. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, it is me, it is I, Alright Egbe, with my amazing partner, Vivian Alright, my amazing wife, always doing this together. So you want to set it on your calendar to ensure that you don't miss the show, 7 p.m. every Friday, West Radio 89.3 FM. Today we have been discussing about the difference between depression, stress, and tiredness. And before we went on that musical break, one of the things we did was to explain to you what depression and what stress meant. I recall saying, and I'm saying it again in case you missed that depression is not just one word you can throw here and there. It's not just something you can say, oh, I'm depressed, I'm feeling depressed. That's not actually how it works. Depression is a mental health condition. I actually regard it as a clinical condition. It's a mental health condition when you have experienced moodiness, low motivation, no enthusiasm, like you are just down, you are just there, there's loss of interest in pleasure, and this has persisted over time. You have experienced this continuously for at least 2 weeks. So if you are moody today and you are moody tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow you start feeling better, that is not depression. You have to experience this moody feeling, this loss of interest in anything pleasurable for at least 2 weeks before your therapist can say, okay, I think I want to test you for depression. Now, Vivian told us about stress. What was it she said about stress again?
I said stress is the body's natural and physical emotional response to demands, challenges, or perceived threats in small amounts. It can help motivate performance. However, if it's prolonged or with excessive stress, it can negatively affect physical and mental health. So that's when your body is already giving you the signal that it's under some pressure and it needs a break.
Oh, great. Now, we've talked about depression and we've talked about stress. We went ahead and we talked about some of the signs and the symptoms you will see, and you can now start guessing like, hey, I think I'm suffering from this, or I think I should speak to someone. Now, I'll be talking about tiredness. When you say, I am tired, I have one amazing son. Anytime you tell one of my boys to do something, he just say, Daddy, I'm tired. Mommy, I'm tired. I'm like, what happened? What did you do that made you tired? So if you say you're tired, what tired actually means is that you are exhausted. You are physically exhausted. You're mentally exhausted. Like you are just exhausted. You have burnt out energy. You came in with some form of energy, but right now you don't have that energy. You are burnt out. You don't have physical or mental energy to deal with that particular thing. And interestingly, it is temporary. It is not something that you experience all the time. It's something that you just experience from you get to feel from a particular experience. So that if you rest, right? If you rest, you will get your energy back. If you rest, you will be able to, how will I say that? The way we'll say you replenish, right? You just be able to get your energy back.
Come out of your tiredness.
Rest. And now, there are common causes. There are things that, how will I bring it down now? There are things that actually make us tired. You see, for you to just be tired, remember I said that tiredness comes from exhaustion. So for you to be tired, there are things that make you tired. One of those things that make you tired is the fact that is when you don't get rest. When you don't rest, you are refusing to rest. They advise you to sleep. You are not sleeping. You are carrying all of Nigeria on your head and all of the US-Iran war, Israel war, or the FIFA World Cup. You are putting it on your head, so you are not sleeping. You are not sleeping. You are emotionally strained, maybe because plenty things have happened. You have paid too much attention to negative news to bad news, or perhaps you have worked several hours, like you work a lot of hours at work. You have not given yourself rest. I was in the office yesterday and we were telling some of the staff that, hey, you guys need to take leave. We told everyone, please, when are you taking your leave? We want to know when you are taking your leave. So we don't want you to work and at the end of the day, you are not cranking. At the end of the day, you are not fully energized to do the work. So there are some people, they work long hours. Many people are having more than one jobs. Some people, what is making them tired is that they are sick, right? Some of you, it's because of the poor nutrition from the unbalanced diet that we are eating. It's like everyone is trying to survive. It's like everyone is trying to keep up. So you are not eating where you are putting all your money into other things. Then again, the medications you take can also make you tired, can just drain you of physical energy. So when we are talking about tiredness, we're talking about the fact that you are physically and you're mentally exhausted. So I explained to you what depression was, and now I've explained to you what tiredness is, and I've explained to you what causes it. Vivian has explained to you what stress is. Now, in case you have any question regarding depression, you have any question regarding stress, you have any question regarding tiredness, we want you to call the studio line. Remember, before you call, you lower the volume of your radio. So to call the studio line is 091 689 31000. 091 689 31000. Or you could also reach us on 0915 33 4893. 0915 333 4893. You could also call us on 0911 3333, right? 893. Now, this is it. You can always save these contacts on your phone so that whenever you want to call into the studio, you don't have to be listening to it again. So 091 689 31000. I'll be able to take your contributions. We'll be able to take your questions, and we'll be able to answer you, hopefully, on your radiotherapist, which is reaching you from West Radio 89.3 FM, which is your preferred wholesome radio. Don't worry, we'll soon be back.
Light of the Most High,
Light of the Most High.
feel it rising.
Joy, joy, joy.
Joy, 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 joy. Rise in the morning, give thanks and praise. Through every storm, Jah guide my days. Fire in my soul never fade away.
Truth in my heart, I will always say.
No chains can hold what heaven set free. Grace overflow like a mighty sea. From the valley low to the mountain high, I see His glory when I lift my eyes.
When I was weak, you made me strong. Turned every fear into a song. Your love keeps pulling me along.
I know where I belong.
I got joy in my heart, can't take it away. Even in the dark, you light my way. Through the fire and the rain, I will say, hallelujah, I'm blessed today. Joy in my heart, it's rising strong. Your love is the place where I belong. Every night turns to dawn. With you, Lord, I carry on.
Yeah, Lion of Judah, lead me through every battle. I lean on you. Words of life in everything I do. Faith so strong, get it breaking through. No weapon form can tear me down. I wear my praise like a holy crown. From dust we rise, we stand so tall. By His mercy we conquer all.
You lifted me when I was low. Planted seeds and now will grow. Everywhere your blessings flow.
Now my heart will always know.
I got joy in my heart, can't take it away. Even in the dark, you light my way. Through the fire and the rain, I will say, hallelujah, I'm blessed today. Joy in my
Thank you so much for staying with us on your radiotherapist, live here on West Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. My name is Alright, and Vivian, my wife. We have been discussing about depression, stress, and tiredness, and we'll be trying to see how we can make you understand the difference and to know which of them you may be dealing with. Of course, we'll talk about how you'll be able to handle these things. And then if you want to call into the studio, you can do that on 091-6893-1000. 091-6893-1000. If you call into the studio having any question regarding depression, stress, or tiredness, we will be able to answer you. Remember once again that depression is a mental health disorder.
And then for stress, is a response to pressure or demands.
And of course, tiredness, I explained it and I broke it down when I said tiredness is a symptom and it's a state of exhaustion when you are fully exhausted of physical and mental energy.
Depression, if it lasts for weeks, months, or longer, if it's untreated.
Now, are you wondering and asking yourself, am I stressed right now? What do you do, right? See, this is it. It is stress if it improves and is resolved when managed. So if you're stressed right now and you notice that, it improves, so when I manage it or when I try to relax, then you know that it is stress.
And then tiredness, if it usually improves with rest, or if you treat the cause of the tiredness.
People have asked me again and again, can I suffer all three? Can I be depressed and at the same time I am tired and at the same time I am stressed? Where? In a chronic... if you're suffering from chronic depression, you experience the rest too. Make I not lie you. Make I tell you the truth. You could definitely experience the rest if you are suffering from chronic depression. So you want to take care of yourself. You want to take care of your body and be able to pay attention to these things. Now, remember that we said it earlier on that the things we get to share here is not professional advice. The things we get to share here is not professional counsel. So if you have any condition and you're worried about it, yes, you can call into the studio or you can drop a comment on Facebook and we'll be able to answer you. However, if we're unable to answer you or you're unable to reach us, we want you to consult a therapist that is close to you. The studio line again is 091-6893-1000. If you call us on 091-6893-1000, we'll be able to take your questions, your comments, or if you drop it on Facebook, we will also be able to respond. Now, you may want to ask, when should I contact a therapist? When should I contact a therapist? I don't know if you have ever done that. But Vivian, do you want to mention when people can contact therapists?
Sure.
Would you like to share?
Sure, I would like to share. So once you notice that the symptoms persist for more than 2 weeks, that's a sign that you need to contact a therapist. And then if your daily work with school, family life, or relationships are significantly affected, it's a sign. If everyone around you is complaining that they are not understanding what's going on with you, that's a sign that you need to go to a therapist. And then rest does not improve the tiredness. Once you notice that your rest is not improving the tiredness, that's a sign. Then if the experience persists without thoughts of you having to self-harm or suicide, once you're having those kind of feelings, that's a cue that you need to contact your therapist as soon as possible. And if you don't have one, thank God these days for the social media, the internet, where you can find therapists online, good ones, well-recommended ones. You can reach out to them. And if stress feels overwhelming and unmanageable, it's a cue that you need to reach out to a therapist.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, when we come back from this particular break, right, by the time we're back from this musical break, we'll be telling you how you can fix, how you can manage some of these issues that you have before you speak to a professional. Remember, we'll always say something that everyone should know how to administer first aid, right? So in your house, you are always advised to know how to give CPR, know how to use spirits to clean wounds, know how to do ABC and all of that before you start rushing to the hospital. We are going to share that with you the moment we'll come back from this particular music break. And if you have any question or any comment, be free to call the studio line on 091-6893-1000. You can call the studio line again on 091-6893-1000. You could drop comments or questions for us on Facebook, West Radio 89.3 FM fan page. West Radio 89.3 FM fan page. If you drop your questions there, we would also pick it from there and answer you.
Baby, when I met you, there was peace, I know. I set out to get you with a fine-tooth comb. I was soft inside. There was something going on. You do something to me that I can't explain. Hold me closer and I feel no pain. Every beat of my heart, we got something going on. Tender love is blind. It requires a dedication. All this love we feel needs no conversation. We ride it together. Making love with each other. Islands in the stream. That is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world, and we rely on each other. From one lover to another.
I can live without you if the love was gone. Everything is nothing if you got no love. And you did walk in the night, slowly losing sight of the real thing.
But that won't happen to us, and we got no doubt. Too deep in love, and we got no way out. And the message is clear. This could be.
I wish I could allow that music to end because it's actually one of my favorite musics. Island in the Stream by, of course, Kenny Rogers of blessed memory and beautiful Dolly Parton. It has been Vivian Alright and I, yours sincerely, Alright Egbe, on your radiotherapist here at West Radio 89.3 FM, Oluyole, Ibadan. This is your most preferred wholesome radio, right? It's your preferred wholesome radio, and I want you to stay on the dial. Every Friday, 7 p.m., we'll be here on your radiotherapist addressing issues that affect mental health, that affects interpersonal relationship, that affects your wellness. Today we talked about depression, we talked about stress, and we talked about tiredness and how this affects us. We are pressed up for time and we cannot conclude everything today because we must leave the studio right now. We don't want them to bring Amoteku to bundle us away, right? But next week, Friday, 7 p.m. on the same channel. And if you're watching us on Facebook, yes, on Facebook, the same station, which is West Radio 89.3 FM. Next week, we'll be back here, 7 p.m., to continue the conversation on how you can address these issues yourself before contacting a therapist. One last word from Vivian. What would you like to say before we leave?
Okay, so I would like to tell everyone, please, let's all take good care of ourselves. We need to be alive to do whatever it is that is pressuring us. So don't let the pressure get to you. just take things slowly and easy and have a beautiful evening.
Yes, and that is Vivian, and from me, have a wonderful weekend. God bless you.